Oh dear, oh dear. What's up guys, I'm the Viking. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing something, yet again, a little bit different. So we're about 2-3 weeks into 2019 as of now, and I've not actually spoken about my New Year's resolutions. Now normally I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I put like the arbitrary, oh, I'm going to do a new hobby, or oh, I'm going to stop drinking as much alcohol, and then fail miserably at it. But this year I'm actually doing something that I've been putting off for a long time, which is actually working on me, both physically and mentally. Over the last 12 months I've been in and out of hospital with various crash injuries, mental health issues, etc, etc, etc. And combination of that, the inactivity because of the crash, the weight gain because of poor diet and not caring about myself, and generally just sort of giving up on myself for a while, means that I'm not in the best place that I've ever been. I'm not as bad as I have been in the past, but I'm not far off it. So my 2019 resolutions were to improve my health and improve my self-worth. So health-wise, I've been sticking to quite a strong diet. I've already lost about 10 pounds since the beginning of the year, which is not bad going. It's a tiny drop in the ocean. I've still got about 90 to go. So my aim for this year is to lose 100 pounds or around 40 kilos for those of you in Europe. And I'm making some progress. I'm exercising more. I'm doing my physio workouts. I'm going swimming. I'm cutting out loads of stuff from my diet. I'm on a very, very strict ketosis-based diet, which is working well for me at the moment. Wasn't in the best place at the start of the year. I had quite a bad panic attack on New Year's Eve, which ended in me being violently ill, which wasn't fun, but luckily I had people around me to help me out with that. But one of the things that I have been neglecting is my outward appearance, because I've never really liked it. I've always had quite a negative self-image. So one of the things I want to work on this year is my perception of myself, which is why I've travelled near to where I used to live many years ago to go to a barber's to get this neatened up a bit. And I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. So let's go see if they've got any appointments, because otherwise this has been a wasted trip. Do you ever get that feeling that you've taken on too many projects? Because that's how I'm feeling at the minute. I've got this tarot box to do, I've got this LARP stuff to do, I've got therapy and physiotherapy and health stuff. Guess I best pull my finger out and get to work on some of this stuff. But first, so there we have the first layer of black on the box for my tarot cards. There's some stuff for the LARP. Now I have to dig out all the rest of my guns. Wonderful. One of the strangest side effects to the crash is that I'm really struggling to get my dexterity playing guitar back. And it's kind of worrying me, because I used to be reasonably good at guitar and now I'm passively mediocre, and I don't seem to be getting back to where I was. Like I'm struggling with my hand. It's weird. I'm trying to fingerpick. I'm hopeless. If you've got any advice for me on how I can improve my dexterity and get that motion back in my hand, leave a comment down below, because this is really beginning to frustrate me. I used to be able to play that song perfectly, and now I'm hitting every string all the time, and it's driving me up the wall. So for those musicians, those guitarists out there who've had hand injuries, please give me some advice, because it's really beginning to bug me. So there we have the silver marbling on the lid of the tarot box. Next job is blue, then logo, and then top coat of black and gloss to finish. And there we have the blue, sitting reasonably nice, apart from that one little bit of wood there that never seems to want to be covered by anything, which is always a win. We're getting there. God damn. Okay, so in regards to LARP related stuff, I'm struggling to do it two-handed, but essentially I've got a bunch of tin cans that I'm currently stripping all of the paper off and turning into lamps, because post-apocalyptic theme, they don't want a lot of LEDs, they want it to be quite raw and gritty, so I'm decided to make a bunch of these props. I've got a sheet of stencils that I've just made on the vinyl cutter. I've also got a stencil that I cut for the top of the tarot box. Unfortunately, it's not gone through the vinyl properly, so I'm going to have to redo that again first thing in the morning. But for now, I'm going to be focusing on getting these done, and then possibly attaching some scrim net to my leather jacket that I wore when I had the crash, because that's already weathered, so that's one less thing to do, and I don't want to trash my new leather jacket. And it's currently turned midnight on a Sunday night, and I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm currently on a manic cycle from a low that I was on earlier today, from the high that I've been on from this week. And this is what happens when you have cyclical thoughts and mental illness. Sometimes you're through the floor, and sometimes you're riding on a wave of craziness. Right then, so the tin cans have had all the paper removed, they've had all the sharp edges sanded down, so if anybody picks them up, they're not going to hurt themselves. Tomorrow I start the weathering process on them. Also, I'll bring you along for that, but at the minute I think I'm done for this week. As always, if you're enjoying what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button, it lets me know that you're enjoying yourselves and I'm on the right track. If you've got any tips for how I can improve my dexterity, as I said before, leave a comment down below. Also, if you've got any tips or tricks or ideas that I could incorporate for this post-apocalyptic LARP, leave a comment as well. I will take any advice on board, good or bad. But I think for this week, we are done. I've been the Viking. As always, you've been awesome, and I will see you next time.